It's time now for the PHL 11 o'clock news and it's late Tuesday night, September 22nd, 2015. Good evening, everybody. I'm Peter Wiggins out here. 11 o'clock news and it's late Tuesday night here. Top straight at 11 o'clock here is Pope Francis arrived in Washington on Tuesday. Anyway, joyous greeting from well wishers as began a historic visit that millions of Americans have been waiting and for which three of the country's great cities have been anxiously preparing. Martin Shkreli has been everything called from a boy genius to a vulture. Now he's earned the title of most hated man in America as he's beyond the $750 age drug. For the controversy over use of the private email system, which U.S. Secretary of State Hillary Rodham Clinton has discovered a decision last year to turn over thousands of work-related emails in response. And also, Clinton said on Tuesday that she posted a controversial Keystone XL pipeline taking the sides with progressive war, fighting the $1,179 million project over environmental concerns. Seattle, President Xi Jinping pledged in a speech on Tuesday night to work with the United States to fight cybercrime, saying that the Chinese government was a staunch defender of cybersecurity. London, after weeks of indecision, the European Union voted on Tuesday to distribute 120,000 asylum seekers among member states and planned to display unity in the face of the largest movement of the refugees on the continent since World War II. Ouagadougou, the elite soldiers behind the coup in the Burkina Faso defied an old maid on Tuesday to surrender to regular troops loyal to the government, leading to a standoff in the capital as they awaited a meditation mission by regional presidents. A 91-year-old German prosecutors. A 91-year-old woman German prosecutors say worked at the Auschwitz concentration camp has been charged with 260,000 counts of accessory to murder. Afghan sources say Taliban have seized scores of Humvees as it used to transport militants and launch sneak attacks, and some Afghan officials dispute importance of seizures. Los Angeles, flooded with homeless encampments from its freeway underpass to the chic sidewalks of Venice Beach. Municipal officials declared a public emergency on Tuesday, making Los Angeles the first city to take such cause to help the homeless as they put in $100 million from the city. Washington, plans to vote of U.S. government shutdown began to take shape in the Senate on Tuesday, but it was still far from certain whether the dispute over funding of the women's health care group Planned Parenthood could overcome. Denton, Florida. Billings, Montana, a corporate effort to save Grand Roland bird has diverted from a possible extinction. Federal officials declared on Tuesday they sought to safeguard the habitat of declining species while maintaining key pieces. Berlin, Volkswagen AG has said a scandal over falsified U.S. emission tests on U.S. vehicles could affect 11 million of its cars around the globe as investigators of its diesel models multiplied, helping and keeping fresh pressure on CEO Martin Wintercom. Hong Kong, Asia stocks fell on Wednesday as fears of an entrenched global economic slowdown gripping investors underlined by a weak factory survey from China Well, the greenback firm, as investors fled to relatively safe haven assets. As Lloyd Blankfein embarks on a battle of former investors and colleagues are taking comfort with resilience, a recent example of Jamie Dimon and Goldman Sachs Group Incorporated Roswell veteran leaders. U.S. stocks were up on Tuesday as the soft and commodities dragged down materials companies, while Volkswagen suppliers shared drops followed the German carmaker's mission scandal. Fossils from a unique plant-eating dinosaur found in the high Arctic of Alaska may change how scientists view dinosaur psychology, says Alaska and Florida University researchers. Remember Pigman, the little kid from the Charles Schultz Peanuts cartoons who walked around in a cloud of dirt? Well, the human body does feel cloud up, but instead of dirt, it contains millions of microorganisms. Sunday will be presented where supermoon the first time in more than 3 years that we'll have a supermoon and lunar eclipse at the same time. Archaeologists find that salmon bones dated from 11,500 years ago, the oldest evidence of humans eating fish in the region. U.S. regulators said they would review a popular birth control implant device at the panel this week following multiple complaints. The report called issue was approved by the U.S. Apples are the favorite food of U.S. kinds of young people in the U.S. kids account for almost 20% of all fruit consumed in the new study finds. Many things change after a heart attack, but new research suggests your sex life may not be one of them, as German research has studied more than 500 heart attack survivors, men and women, over a 10-year period. During the phase 3 studies, Merck claimed that a 12-week treatment plan that included antibiotics or one-time infusion of Bezlotomizumab reduced by the precursor C to fall by about 15%. Okay. Clear. Shot fired to Boston, Massachusetts. Down Walnut Street and vehicle fled towards Warren. Here, tell news time is now 11:05 on this late Tuesday night. Here, 10:05. Travel report on this late Tuesday night. Here. And smooth sailing outways byways New England, except for a few slow spots here. 24 to southbound side, so from 44 to Random to Route 140 in Taunton here. Route 3 in the northbound side, so from Derby City to Hingham all the way to the Braintree split. Mass back on the westbound side is slow from 120 west and all the way to Natick doing an accident in Mass back on the westbound side. It ran the western Natick line here. Southwest Expressway southbound side is backed up after the Pike Law to Mass Ave. Mass back on the westbound side, so from Boston University here. On Charles Street, we got an accident around the Science Park area, so expect some delays around the area in the west end of Boston here. 290 on the westbound side is still around Route 9 in Worcester. 290 on the eastbound side is sold before 146 in Worcester. 146 northbound sold from Pike all the way out to 290 in Worcester here. 120 on the northbound side is around Route 2 in Lexington to 2A in Lexington here. 495 on the southbound side rolls around Route 2 in Littleton. 93 in Portland and exit toll plaza slow. But otherwise, a smooth sailing commute on this late Tuesday night highways, byways, New England there. Alright, look at that. New England alerts here at 11:06 p.m. Nope. Let's take a look at MBTA alerts here. Subway system is looking good on the rear rail, looking good. Except for the Newburyport Rockport line. Train 166, 10:35 p.m. from Newburyport delayed approximately 25 minutes today due to a mechanical problem here. On the ferries, all human hull. Ferry trips will be routed about 14 days due to the scheduled line on the bridge constructed at 3 to 8 minutes of travel. Peter Channel News on level 7, time now for weather reported. Current conditions in North Massachusetts at 11:07 p.m. 51 degrees with first skies humidity 92%, wind speed is calm, barometer 3.27 inches here. 2.5, 49 degrees and visibility at 10 miles an hour here. Alright, current conditions region in this 11th hour here. 60 degrees in Boston, 54 in Bedford, 57 in Beverly and Lawrence, 58 in Gloucester, 56 in Fitchburg, 55 in Worcester, 54 in Sturbridge and Springfield, 56 in Milford, 53 in Norwood, 52 in Taunton and Providence, 56 in Bedford, 63 in Plymouth, 59 in Provincetown, 57 in Falmouth, 60 out in Chatham and Nantucket, 63 in Cape Cod Bay, 61 in Martha's Vineyard. It's 58 in Westlake, 63 in Block Island, 61 in Montauk, 65 in Slip, 66 in New York City, 65 in Bridgeport, 61 in New Haven, Connecticut. It's 54 out in Danbury, 57 in Waterbury, 58 in Meriden, 59 in Hartford, 56 Winslow. It's 56 degrees out in Greenfield. It's 48 out in North End. 50 out in Pittsfield. 55 in North Lee, New York. It's 50 in Silver Springs and in Bennington, Vermont. 54 in Rutland, Vermont. 48 in Barbara, Vermont. 52 in Keene, New Hampshire. 50 in Java, New Hampshire. 58. 48 degrees, 11 in New Hampshire. 54 in La Coruña and Concord, New Hampshire. 53 in Manchester, New Hampshire. 60 out in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. 56 in Nashville, New Hampshire. And Portland, Maine. Here. Okay, look at service map around the country. It shows a cold front from North Central California, stretching up to Northwest Nevada, down for a station front for Idaho, merged with a cold front from Wyoming, stretching in Northern Colorado, through Nebraska, and up in Iowa, up in Wisconsin, and up in the eastern Ontario, but in the northwestern portions of Quebec. Here, and a cold front off the Gulf of Mexico, off Louisiana, stretching in North Central Florida, and at the sea with low pressure. We have one front away from New Jersey, down with low pressure, and another front off the Bahamas, and stretching with low pressure, and we're merged with one front at the sea. Here. Followed from Central Pacific, stretching in Western Virginia down from Western North Carolina, and followed with a low pressure from southeastern Colorado down from North Central Mexico here, and a low pressure South Central California, and low pressure centers in Iowa and Northwest Wyoming, while we got high pressure centers around Southern Alberta, Eastern North Dakota, Eastern Nebraska, Western Texas, and the four-quarter region here. 64 degrees at temperature in Detroit and Pittsburgh, 69 degrees in Washington, D.C., 71 degrees out in Atlanta, 76 in Miami, 79 in Brownsville, 86 in Dallas, Texas, same point in Kansas City, 66 in Chicago, 69 in Omaha, Nebraska, 68 in Minneapolis, St. Paul, 16 in Great Falls, Montana, 61 in Seattle, 16 in San Francisco, 71 in Los Angeles, 68 in Las Vegas, 74 in Salt Lake City, 79 in Phoenix, 68 degrees in Denver, Albuquerque, and a 45 from southeastern British Columbia to central Washington, Oregon, and a pink front, and a cold front, a warm front cloud off the Washington, and the pink front stretching a bit of west central British Columbia here. In the west central coast of British Columbia here. Okay, let's take a look at what is going on around the radar around the country here. Nothing brewing in the southern New England region. In the radar situation, even though we're seeing some spotty rain showers east of Ellsworth, Maine, stretching up to St. Stephen, New Brunswick, and the east central portion of Maine, up to the western portions of New Brunswick here, and a line of rain showers between Danny, Spain, and northwestern tip of New Brunswick, and northwestern portion of Nova Scotia here, and a line of rain showers in the central portion of Quebec, and spotty rain showers in the northeastern portions of Ontario here. Look at that. What is going around in the region, around the country, in the radar situation here. A lot of rain showers and storms off the continental coast and stretching off the northeastern Florida coast there. And a lot of rain showers and storms from off the southern Florida, stretching in the west central portion of Cuba. And a lot of showers and storms throughout the Gulf states from Florida down off the southeastern portion of the Louisiana coast there. Spotty rain showers around Minnesota, northwestern portions of Wisconsin there. A lot of showers of storms from the central portions of South Dakota down for eastern Nebraska down for western Iowa down for northwestern portions of Missouri here. And a lot of rain showers from southwestern Manitoba down for Saskatchewan. A lot of rain showers from southwestern portions of Utah. A lot of rain showers from Arizona down to Nebraska, western Texas and Oklahoma, and western Kansas up to Colorado here. And a lot of rain showers in central portions of British Columbia, and a lot of rain showers in southeastern portions of British Columbia here. Okay, look at that satellite low period that shows a lot of clouds covering much of the Canadian Maritimes and hugging much of New England and covering much of the Mid-Atlantic states. And another line of clouds from the Carolinas down for southeastern Georgia, down for the middle region of the Florida Panhandle here. And a lot of clouds covering much of the central plains and stretching down the Rockies here and down for western portions of Texas. And a line of clouds from Oregon, stretching to north central Idaho, down for Montana, down for the North Dakota, and up in the northern Minnesota, and a line of clouds from southwestern Ontario, Maine for southern Saskatchewan, Manitoba, down for southeastern portions of Alberta here. And a line of clouds from western portions of Alberta, down coming up much of British Columbia here, and off the Washington, Oregon coast here. Okay, let's take a look what is going on in the tropics here. Nothing brewing in the Eastern Pacific, but the latest data here. Straight wind out at the north, 46.8 in the west. Back to the winds, 40 miles per hour. Moving east, southeast at 2 miles an hour here. And out of drifting east, southeast where the north coast waters at a time here. And at 11 p.m. at last century, the southern tropical storm out of the west, located near latitude 20.9 the north, longitude 46.8 in the west. And it is driven toward east southeast near 2 miles an hour. And this motion is expected to continue by Wednesday and turn toward the northeast and toward the northeast is forecasted Thursday. Masculine staying winds are near 40 miles an hour with higher gusts. Little changes strength is forecast throughout the next 48 hours. And tropical force winds extend out to 175 miles from the center. Estimated minimum central pressure is 1,005 millibars at 368 inches here. No hazards affected land here. Meanwhile, and only get an area of low pressure located a couple of 100 miles southeast of Cape Hatteras, North Carolina is producing just going on showers and thunderstorms. This system is forecast to move generally westward and any development expected to be limited before the move inland in a couple of days. Formation chance for 4 hours. Low 10%. Formation chance for 5 days. Low 10% here. Okay, let's take a look at our forecast discussion around the region here. Persistent high pressure provides dry weather along with mild days and cool nights in the next weekend. There's a possibility of wet weather around Monday along the threat of minor splash over along the coast as strongly high tides. Temperatures look to run at slightly below normal here. And near term until 6 a.m. Wednesday morning, 9:30 p.m. update. Mid and higher level cloudiness will continue to graduate to precipitate overnight, especially to the northwest of the Boston and Providence corridor. Beyond the wake mid-level to Alva, even some low clouds may linger across the far southeast New England coast by daybreak. Low temperature bottom and down in the 40s across the normal cool outlying location, especially western Massachusetts, where skies clear out. Quicker, meanwhile, the urban heat out at that time. Boston Providence should see low temperatures dropping in the low to mid 50s. Main concern would be for a patch of and typically formed location, which could even be locally dense across portions of western Massachusetts. It does not even show too much fog development, but given in the nights and get a longer in temperature downward spreads out. Already quite low winds expect 7 to 4 again. High whiskers western Massachusetts will continue to monitor closely. Here inspected. Alright. Look at tomorrow, guys. Around the region here. Cape Downs, 70 to 74 degrees. Offshore. And Rhode Island, 73 to 77 degrees. Boston, Points Northwest, 74 to 78 degrees here. Alright, 7-day forecast goes like this. Tonight, Petrobras gets to 5 AM watts. Most guys go to 47 degrees. Light off wind. Wednesday, Petrobras for 8 AM watts. Most guys about 74 degrees. Coming becoming an north around 6 miles per hour in the morning here. What's that? Close guys about 51 degrees. Light variable wind. Thursday, South guys about 72 degrees. North about 7 miles an hour here. Thursday, most guys about 46 degrees. Light east wind. Friday, parts of the podcast guys about 68 about 45 degrees. Saturday, most of the podcast guys about 68 about 48 degrees. Sunday, most of the podcast guys about 70 low about 54 degrees. Monday, putt sets guys with a high rate safe, what about 57 degrees? And for Tuesday, check the shots, putt sets guys at 74 degrees, chest patient 30%. There's weather phase of the night. A winner on Wednesday on tap. Pierce, you have a good night with a good positive. See you tomorrow morning with more important. Good night.